But we know that challengers who don't really have any skin in the game aren't going to see the same results, or more. I mean, not all of them, but most are more likely to drop off. So this is, hey, put your money where your mouth is, and let's do this. Let's do this push to diamond. It's 5 weeks. So it is enough time to really get there, to get your business building coaches. I mean, I know there are coaches on this call right now who, you sign up and you're able to get to Emerald in that first month. So you find your business building coaches, you help them get to Emerald. You continue in signing up your discount coaches. If you are ready to go to Diamond, it's the group that you need to be in. And then the great thing at the end is not only do you get your $25 back, but you're going to get a piece of the pot. And I was talking to one of my coaches today who is in the group really pushing hard for Diamond. And she was talking about how she wanted a professional photo shoot to take her business to that next level. And I said, hit Diamond, use the money that you're going to make from hitting Diamond in this pot, put it towards your professional photos, right? So again, there's all sorts of ways you can look at this, ways to move your business forward. But that, I think, is the big thing that we have coming up. For my coaches, I'm starting a challenge group on next Monday, the 24th is preseason. Kicking off the challenge group on the 1st. So if you guys want to be added or need to add some challengers, send me a message and I can get you guys added to that group. I think those are the only big announcement. Oh, Dara and I will both be in Punta Cana next week. So no team call next week. But I will say, you guys, even if you're not there, use Punta Cana to your advantage. Talk about how Beachbody, how you have the opportunity to earn a free trip, what company gives you a free vacation? I mean, there aren't a lot. And so talk about how you're working towards having your vacation paid for next year. Again, there's always ways to spin posts. Just because you're not there doesn't mean you won't be there next year. And that's a great way to recruit new coaches, people who maybe can't afford vacations. I'm bringing Sam, I'm bringing my kid. If you want a family vacation, bring your kids. If you want a vacation with just you and your husband and you want, a big romantic vacation, great, leave the kids at home. You can make it whatever you want it to be. Yeah, exactly, Dara. Exactly. So, okay, I think that's all the announcements I have. Dara, do you have any announcements?
I was just going to say one thing, addition onto the Diamond Bet. I know we've seen that video from Lindsay. We've seen it all. While some of the content will be similar to what you've heard, these coaches are going live in this group that's happening now. So it is new content in that sense. So don't just be like, oh, Lindsay's talking about this again. Of course, you're going to hear some similar things, but it is brand new content. These aren't just old videos they're posting up that you've probably come across already on YouTube. So just wanted to kind of say that and make sure that was clear. I can't think of any other announcements. I'll say something just quickly. This promotion, $160. Honestly, I'm at Success Club 6 right now. I don't know where the people are at. I don't know what the problem is, but I'm not giving up because it's $160. I don't care what anyone tells you, how many no's you get. They're insane. That's crazy because this is a deal. So do not give up. I am still obviously pushing. I am going to do more, talking about it and promoting about it and follow-ups and invites because this really is too good not to talk about and share with your, again, a customer base you may already have, people from the past and your network now. So just don't give up on that. I know a few people have been like, I'm kind of surprised it's a little slower than I would have thought considering spring break and summer coming up. I kind of agree. I don't know, but I'm not giving up. And I don't think, I'm just convinced more and more people need us. People need these products. And if you're not convinced of that, then that's probably the problem.
Yes. Nice. All right. So I will jump into this. And really what I wanted to talk to you guys about tonight is I'm going to go through, I have tried so many different ways to organize my business, right? I feel like we're always trying to find what is the best way to stay organized? What is the best way to track things? So I'm just going to talk about in terms of inviting. So of course there's trackers that are going to track your invites, are you doing your personal development, your workouts, your Shakeology? You can get those full trackers. I mean, the business activity tracker from Beachbody is fantastic. This is pretty much how have I, through the last 2.5 years, tracked my prospects, tracked who I am inviting. So all the way from when I started all the way in my warm market, now to working in my cold market. So first, I will say, for the first 1.5 years, I used pen and paper, okay? I used this notebook. I am a pen and paper person. And I just opened this notebook again today. And it turned to this page, and literally I would write their names, the date I contacted them, and then the outcome. Yes, no, has a coach. What are some of these other ones? So this one, pregnant later. This is Whitney. So this date is October 2015. Whitney was like, I'm pregnant, I'll do it later. I don't really know Whitney, like on a personal level. Whitney decided, she finally joined a challenge group. Then she signed up with Discount Coach. She was a Discount Coach for months. She just started working the business last month. Hits like Success Club 14. This month is again like in Success Club 10. But October 2015, she was like, whatever, I'm pregnant later. I went back to her months after she had the baby and then had to wait the 6 weeks. But this is how I did it. I just did it pen and paper. Again, and then what I would do, so this is challengers. I also had a coaches list. Who are the coaches that I'm reaching out to? What are their excuses? No, not now. Oh, she's a coach now. Personal trainer, not going to do it. Not now. October, November, maybe later. But all of these people I just kept. I kept my notes. And then I also tracked who was in my coach sneak peek that month. What were they saying? And then each month I just rolled them over. So then this is my actual challenge group of people who joined. Guy group, because I did just a guy group with my husband. Future groups. So if people were like, not now, but I want to do a future group, I just moved them over to my future group list. But then anyone who said not now, maybe later, for my November group, I just rolled them over. So there's nothing spectacular about this, right? It's just pen and paper. It's tracking the dates. Every time I contacted them, I'd write it down. So I knew, and I just followed up. Literally, this is all that I did. I would also write if they bought a program, what they bought. 21-day fix extreme, January follow-up, no holiday expenses, only bought Shakeology, right? So this is like the first 1.5 years of my business. And then I was like, okay, maybe I need to try something else. So what I went to after that, I'm going to share my screen with you guys, because then I was like, oh, I need to get all fancy. And I don't know that fancy was really the way to go. So this is the right one. Okay. So then I went to one page CRM. And what I really liked, I had to pay for this. Okay. So I paid for this. This is just their page where this kind of shows you what it is. But what I liked about this is that I started using Wufoo to create forms, right? So whenever anyone would apply to my challenge group or apply to be a coach, it automatically put them in this action stream. So that's what I really liked, because I wasn't losing the email, the Wufoo form people. You can set dates to follow up. You can set kind of what stage they're in. What I didn't like is that the stages are very salesy, traditional sales, lead, prospect. For me, I wanted to know, okay, did I send them the invite? Did I send them the link? Kind of the stages. And we all think of our stages differently. So for me, I have an initial invite with information. And if they want more, then they say, I want pricing info. So then I can send them the pricing info. And then my next step is to send them the link. So I wanted those types of funnels. And that was hard to do in something more traditional salesy. But did I like it for, saying, okay, you have 3 days and then follow up again? I did like that. I would not recommend, based on kind of what I've done now and having something free, I wouldn't recommend paying for something. I don't think it's needed. So this was one page, and it did help me for a while. It really helps me with my Wufoo forms and organizing those. But I just wasn't finding it was worth the cost to me. So after that, I went to Teamzy. So I'm sure a lot of you guys have heard of Teamsy. A lot of Beachbody coaches use it. The great thing about Teamsy is that you can import like your entire Facebook list into it. And it literally then spits out the people you're supposed to be inviting. So for those of you who are worried about like, who do I contact next? Or if you have a huge Facebook list and you're like, how do I get through it? Or how do I even find the people to talk to? This, every day, it tells you, contact these 5 people. And then you just do it, right? They have script ideas in there as well. So what are some connection emails, right? Just connecting, restarting those relationships. And so I really liked it for that. It made it a no-brainer. I reached out to the people, I sent them the messages, and then you can set, how long before you follow up with them again. The other nice thing is you could record your actual messages in there. So you could copy and paste your Facebook message in there and see all of that. I love that. Sorry, make sure I'm getting this. So one page, all of these can be accessed via your phone. Yeah, they am. Teamsy has an app, and One Page does as well. One Page CRM, but Teamsy definitely has an app, and I will say the app on your phone is great. And I will say with Teamsy as well, there's a free trial. So if you're interested in trying it, you should just do the trial. The good part is it just makes it a no-brainer. You're reconnecting with people. It's easy to send those messages. So if you find that's where you're getting stuck, if you're like, who do I even talk to next? This is great. If you are working on a like page, which is where I moved to in the middle of using Teamsy, it doesn't pull in those people. It only pulls in names from your personal Facebook page. So that is, for me, where it stopped working. But again, if you are struggling with just inviting and figuring out who to talk to every day, it's a no-brainer. Your power hour, man, you can just like get through it. You can also, so you've got prospects, you've got customers, coaches, follow-ups. So, your prospects are people that maybe you're just starting connecting with. Customers, it's great because a lot of times I'd have customers that I forgot about. And you're able to download your customer list from Beachbody, put it in an Excel sheet, you can download your full customer, and you can upload it to Teamsy. So it reminds you, hey, let me just check back in with that person. Like, let me, be a good coach and not forget about them just because they didn't purchase this month. Coaches, this is, I think coaches I used less, but there were some discount coaches I had that this was a great reminder. And then follow-ups, that's great because you set the time. So, okay, I talked to you, I invited you, I want to follow up with you 2 days later, they'll pop right back up in your follow-ups. So I do believe that Teamsy can really be a great tool. Again, you have to pay for this. So if you are working 100% off of your personal page, and that is where you plan to continue growing, you plan to keep adding people to your network that maybe you don't know, that maybe you're like, when am I ever going to reach out to them? This is a great way to do it, but it does cost money. So,
do you remember how much it was, Holly?
I paid $300 for the year. I think when you pay for it yearly, it's like less, but yeah.
$30 a month.
$30 a month. Okay. Thank you. Yeah. So, it's not trivial. Like, it's not just like $5 a month or something, but there is value. There is value in it. But with that said, and again, this is because I needed this because I was just like, I kept my list and I was like, I'm running out of people to talk to. And as I would Facebook, the hard thing, it's not hard, it's time consuming. The friends that show up at the top of your friend list are people you talk to. So you have to really continue scrolling down to find people you don't talk to often. Again, not hard. I was just looking to do things in the most efficient way possible. I was like, I just need to just skip the time, have someone tell me, and just do it. So for me, Teamsy was good for that, but I moved away from my personal page. So now I have moved to Streak. And Streak is free, and it is an add-on to Gmail. So it's not part of the Google suite, but it installs directly into your Gmail. So this is just, I think it's just streak.com. works with Google Apps. Okay, so this is just their page. But let me show you, I'll show you my inbox. Do not judge me because I'm not answering messages today. I do not do that till after Sam goes to bed. So these are my emails. But the great thing about this, so these, you create boxes. So these people with orange, they are already in a box and in like a pipeline. So what are kind of these pipelines? So these are my pipelines I've created. I have ones for coaches, customers, potential coaches, potential customers. I will also say, before I even go into this, there are amazing streak tutorials on YouTube that like other Beachbody coaches have done, like full tutorials. So this is just showing you like what mine looks like, but I'm not going to go into like the full tutorial on how to set it up. I mean, there are some great ones. I watched Chelsea Pearson, but she mentioned another coach who was like, started them all. So they are awesome. So Beachbody Streak on YouTube is going to get you some great tutorials. But here's kind of what my pipeline looks like and why I kind of liked it better than one page. I mean, I was really able to, you can change all your pipelines. So my first one that is in my kind of my potential customers. The other thing, of course, preface this is all email, right? So when I have people reach out to me, I am sending them a message back saying, thank you so much. I cannot wait to give you more info on this program. Facebook Messenger isn't the most reliable, and I want to make sure I get you all the information you need. Do you mind sending me your email? If they want information on the program, they're going to send you their email. If they cannot bother sending you their email, the chances of them following through with, okay, how much does it cost? Okay, send me the link. Okay, let me sign up, are like 0 to none. So you have to get rid of that fear of asking people for their email. I will also say, if anything ever happened to Facebook, or Facebook stopped letting us be businesses, they shut down my business page, I have hundreds and hundreds of emails now of potential customers, right? I'm not losing those people. Facebook is not controlling my business at this point, which makes me feel a little more comfortable. So I'm grabbing people's emails, or in the when they do I do Google Forms now, just because those are free and Wufoo started charging me. But I'm trying to pay for the least amount of things as possible. But when they fill out the forms, I get their emails that way as well. So when they give me their email, I send an initial invite. So these are all people. The great thing, it tells me the date of my last email, date in stage. So how long have they been in the stage? So this is great because I then know when I need to follow up with them. Obviously, I mean, some of these are super long ago. I had a ton of people ask for Shakeology info. And so I have a big backlog of those people that I need to follow up with. But after the initial invite, I then send pricing info. So these are all the people I've sent pricing info to. You can put notes in there. So like, she's pregnant, needs to get clearance, pregnant due in April, new baby. So these are all people that have the pricing info, but that haven't asked for the link. These are all people that said, all right, I want to purchase. Sent link to purchase, right? So what is going on, with these people? What's the story behind these people? So I need to follow up with Deidre because she said she was going to purchase for the April 24th group. And then if I send them the link, I then either add them to purchased, add to challenge group. Either I need to add them, she's already been added, or I added them to challenge group. So they just go down here. If they say no, not right now, I add them here, or I add them to invite to my free group. So most of my people who say it's a money issue, I have a lot of people say not right now, like I'm pregnant or something. So I keep them in the not right now kind of category. But if they're like, I just don't have the money for it, I add them to my invite to free group. So I now have a list of people that I can go back to and say, okay, this didn't work for you. I totally get it. Do you want to join my free group? And I'm offering them value. So this is kind of the pipeline that it allows you to set up. Same thing with potential coaches. Initial email, link to purchase, not right now, or they signed up and I sent them the welcome email. So I have that whole pipeline. And then I have pipelines with my current coaches and customers, which So purchase Shakeology only, program only, free group, 20 purchase challenge pack. But a lot of these are overlap with they were a potential customer and then purchased. So again, I'm still figuring out what I need. But the great thing is, so if I go back to my inbox, let's see. So, okay. So she doesn't, I'll just show you, I'll do this live right now. So she doesn't have a coach. She wants to lose weight, lose big weight. So she's a new mom. Okay. So copy your email. Okay. Potential customer. So we've already been talking, so she might not be a great example. So, but the nice thing is, right, I already know. So she filled out this form again, and I sent this to her on April 4th. I've already sent her the email. What is today? So she just filled out the form again. So I'll go back and let me find another better example. But how nice is that? Because I use a lot of scripts. So now she's not getting the exact same email I already sent her and knowing that like, oh my God, this lady's totally not personalizing anything to me. Like, so that's nice. I can see I've already assigned her as a potential customer. Alicia, I know she has a coach. Okay, so Tiffany. So current coach, no. She wants to lose her baby weight. So, and I'll personalize these a little more based on what she said, but I'll show you the basics of what I do. So another thing that's great about Streak is you can create these snippets, right? And I've kind of talked about these, but she's a potential customer and she's a new mom. I invite pretty much everyone to my 21-day fix. So new mom 21-day fix. Hi, Tiffany. Congrats on your new baby. Hers may not be so new, right? So we'll just say, congrats on your sweet baby. Excited you're interested in joining. And I talk about groups are full of moms. I talk about how the accountability group works, right? Here's our Shakeology. Here's our pre-pierced meal plan. Here's all about the 7 different workouts. Give some of my experience. I'm modifying post-pregnancy. I have room to grow the program. A little bit more about the accountability group and just talking up the mom portion of it. You know, moms who are pregnant, new moms facing the same struggles. And then I literally just give them the dates of my new group. So my next group starts on Monday, April 24th. And Monday, May 1st is when we kick it all off. So this one I'll probably add a little bit more into. But that's it. I mean, that took me like 2 seconds. This is how I'm like getting through emails. This is the box that I'll assign her to. So I just write her name. This is Tiffany Walls. And then I assign her as a potential customer. And here is your box information. So this is just my initial invite. But as you go through the stages, so if she says, yes, I'm interested, give me more pricing info, then I send her the pricing info and I move her down into that box. And again, these you define. So with her, initial invite sent, and then I'll send it. And that's it. It's that easy. I mean, it's really, to me, just to be able to have the snippets, to be able to track people, this, and to be able to customize it for free. Like this is like been amazing for my business. And it's fast, guys. Like putting the snippets together, right, takes some time. So my welcome to the team email, I've got that in there. Customers, I get a lot of questions about changing Shakeology flavor. How do you do it? Or how do you change your ship date? That's there. Potential coaches who want to coach. I've got my script for my 3-day sneak peek. How do they sign up? Potential customers. So I have a lot of people say I already have a coach. So I break down, here are the 3 things required to join. General accountability group, new mom, pregnant, Shakeology, if they need to switch coaches, and then the sign up options are my pricing options. So it's really, it's all there. Yeah, so Melissa, for the, I don't know if you just said this, but for the, and I can actually stop sharing my screen because it's kind of the basics of it. So I ask them for their email. I ask them for their email, and then I think you can literally just type Google Forms, like search for Google Forms, and then create them. I will preface this by saying that my husband created the Google Forms for me, with like a little bit of coding. So, yeah, but Wufoo, I ran into the issue when I was getting over 100 applications a month. That's when they start charging you. So I used it up until last month. So there's no reason like not to use Wufoo in the beginning. But I did just change to Google Forms and just had him do like a little coding. I mean, you could see how basic that email was with like the info I got. It's not all pretty like Wufoo, but I was like, I don't care about pretty. And if I got him to basic code for me, then that's all I need.
Does Wufoo send you alerts to your email? Because I have people who fill them out and then like,
yes,
I never get an alert.
Change it as a setting. It's in there. You have to set it.
Okay.
Yeah, Wufoo will send you the email with everything in it to your email, but you have to change it.
I'll have to maybe ask you tomorrow or something because I looked for it and I couldn't find it. It's driving me crazy.
Yeah, and Google Forms is great. The only part that David had to code for me was getting it to send an alert to my email. Otherwise, it just goes in an Excel sheet, and I didn't want to have to like go look at an Excel sheet. I wanted it in my email.
Yeah.
Again, just to make everything efficient. I'm like about trying to get everything done in 2 seconds. So, but yeah, and again, this was not like a tutorial on like how to set up Streak, but more just showing you guys kind of what mine looks like, how I use it. It did not take me long to set it up. It took me longer to watch the video about it than it did for me to like set it up. They make it really, really easy. I have not though, like when I'm on Gmail on my iPhone, I can't, and maybe I don't know if they have an app. I haven't tried, but I can't seem to find like my snippets or anything. It's just my normal Gmail. So again, I haven't actually looked to see if they have an app or like an add-on. They might, but I tend to just do my emails at night from my computer. So I'm not I just forget about it during the day and just do them at night. So I know that was a lot of different kind of tools and information that I just kind of like threw at you guys. But I wanted to just kind of show you kind of my journey and also tell you that probably after Streak, like pen and paper is still my best friend. This is my current notebook. So I still have my sneak peek potential signups, April 10th challenge group, April 24th challenge group. Like I still use pen and paper to help me. So if you're a pen and paper person, like don't feel like you have to do something like this or force something that doesn't feel right to you or makes your business more hard, makes it harder. Do you guys have questions? Again, I hope I'm not like overwhelming you guys. Or I hope that it's like helpful in some way. Yes, go ahead.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
Yeah.
But do you still, like now you use Streak, but do you go back and use Teamsy and the other one that you showed us, or do you just use Streak now?
I just use Streak now. Yeah.
Okay.
I canceled my one page, and because I was pretty much only using that for like my Wufoo forms to come in there, all my Wufoo forms were still on Wufoo, so I was able to kind of keep my customers there. And Teamsy, I just canceled because I just stopped using my personal page.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, just use one tool. Don't make it crazy on yourself. Although Teamsy could be good with Streak as well, because Teamsy could obviously like tell you who to like contact and start those conversations with. And then once you moved it past the initial, getting to know you phase and they wanted more info, you could move it over to email. And I definitely recognize the difference between talking to people on a like page and talking to people on a personal page. And sometimes it can feel really like if you're friends with them, it's very weird to be like, can I have your email? Like we've been talking for like 3 weeks on Messenger. You're obviously not losing my messages. Like, why are you asking me for my email? So I recognize that. And obviously that would make things a little weird. So, use it as you need. For me, it's helped with some of my cold market and moving those people over. But obviously I'm still keeping pen and paper too as well. So it's always a work in progress.
Can you say again what you say to get the email?
I know
this is not brain surgery, but my brain's working.
Yeah, I keep it super simple. I'm like, so it's normally when people reach out to me and say like, I'd like more info, right?
So it's not like when I'm talking to people. I can be like, oh, can we, like you just said, like,
exactly. Yeah. And so it's like, exactly. So it's someone who like wrote on like my like page, like, oh, I'd like more Shakeology info. And so then I like message them and we'll just be like, hey, like so excited you're interested in Shakeology. I want to make sure you get the information, and Facebook Messenger isn't the most reliable. Can I get your email so I can send you the info? So I really like blame it on Facebook Messenger, or just say like, I really want to make sure I'm able to get you all the info. Can I get your email? And no one has been like, no one cares.
That makes sense. I mean, if people are coming to me, then why wouldn't I ask? But right now they're not coming.
Yeah.
Even if it's someone you've been having a conversation with, you can just be like, hey, I'm trying to be more organized and Facebook Messenger is not good for that. Would you mind if we continued this through email?
Yeah.
I mean, I find that most people prefer to talk through email.
Mm-hmm.
Like on my Wufoo forms, when I say, what's the best way to contact you, Facebook or email, almost always it's email. So again, I don't think it's like too weird, even with people just to be like, hey, do you mind if we, again, move this conversation over to email? It's a lot easier for me to, keep track of and, so I don't know. I don't think that's awkward or weird.
Yeah. And especially if you're like getting ready to send more info, I think, and be like,
exactly.
Yeah. If you do move it past that, just talking, getting to know you stage. And it's nice if you have, so I will say, I know that Ashley Townsend said it took her a long time to like set it up and organize it. I just created an entirely new email address and just started from there. So, if you don't already kind of have like a coach, whatever, or something, like mine's Holly Hillier Fitness. Because I had one that was like BB Team TNT. And I literally was like, I cannot go back. I don't have time. Again, I literally am trying to make my life easier. I'm like, I don't have time. I'm creating a new email account. And so I did. I just created an entirely new email account and started tracking from there because it seems super overwhelming to try to go back through other emails. So, set up a new coach account and just start, tracking, even if there's only one or two people in it.
What about, could you if you had time, can you transfer emails over to the Streak or, like your,
you can categorize every single one.
Yeah.
Yeah. And also I just had my old email forward to my new one. So anyone who was emailing my old one just forwarded to my new one. But yeah, you can totally categorize your old one. Yeah.
Well, I guess, if you have if you created a new one, kind of to start fresh, but then, when you had time, could you input new emails and categorize them? Does that make sense? I
forwarded emails.
Okay.
So I forwarded ones from my old account to my new one, and then
they're still in your inbox, and you can got it. That's you pretty much answered that before. I just misunderstood.
Yeah, no, I didn't. No, you were right. That's what I did with just some of the ones that I needed to make sure I was still following up with. Yeah, and the snippets are amazing, and I need to make more snippets because it saves me so much time. And even sometimes on Messenger, if I'm still kind of messaging people on Messenger, I'll just go in my snippet and copy and paste it over to Messenger because it's so nice. And of course, you want to personalize, right? But the majority of your message does not need to be crazy personalized. We say the same things over and over and over again. So, yeah. Oh my gosh, Taylor, I'm obsessed with your baby.
Oh, look, it's
so cute.
And just I think we've said this in just time management stuff, but even if you're not on Streak, I have documents saved or in my notes section of conversations I keep having over and over. So again, even if it's not in snippets and Streak, you can still save yourself a lot of time by having some ready to go, conversations that are happening, or, questions answered and stuff like that. So just a quick, that still looks way easier than going to find the document or whatever. Nevertheless, still quicker than rewriting it all.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Any other questions? I'm trying to keep this fast for you guys. I end up talking a lot, so I apologize.
It wasn't overwhelming at all, Holly. I shared it really well and just showed us options and
good. Yeah, I know. I think this business sometimes it can feel overwhelming, but it's just so simple. Like in the end, it's just like share your story and share your journey. And then you literally are like telling people the same thing over and over and over again. So find a way to do that efficiently and effectively. And like that's it. It's simple, but it can still be hard. Yeah, Dara, happy belated birthday.
Guys, did you see I got to have kale and cauliflower?
Are you enjoying are you glad it's almost over, the refresh? Yeah.
Oh yeah. It's going good though. I mean, Easter and my birthday back to back was pretty tough. Just like missing out on all those, festivities, but overall I feel good, and I haven't announced this publicly yet, but I will. I'm going to stop 1 day short. I'm going to stop at 20 days. Cause as of now, my 21st day would be Saturday, which would mean I would wake up on Sunday at 5 a.m., go to the airport, go to Punta Cana. And I just don't know if I want my first day of like normal food to be like airport and like, below average resort and, all inclusive food. So I feel like I've proved myself. I mean, I literally have not had like a pretzel, like I don't cheat when I do this stuff. So, I'm going to just stop on Friday, and then Saturday I'll just have like 1 day. I'll probably do like cake with the kids. They get really mad when they don't get cake for other people's birthdays. So, something like that. So yeah, I'm definitely excited, but it's nice that there's an end in sight, 3 more full days now. And, so
That's awesome.
yeah, just gotta stay busy.
Awesome.
You've done good. Really good.
And I'm gonna actually, Matt, I don't know if I told you guys this either, because I think Matt was still doing it last Tuesday, but he stopped, I think, after that. He got sick and he just wasn't getting better. And I don't think it's the reset that was keeping him from getting better. I don't know. He just wasn't himself at all. And so he stopped, but he lost 16 pounds in 11 days. And I'm going to share his transformation photos tonight. And while, I'm really going to, not twist it, but just say, yes, it was the Ultimate Reset, which is a pretty regimented program, but we didn't cheat. We said no excuses. We committed and we did it. And I think any other program and nutrition program Beachbody offers could give you similar results if you truly don't cheat and if you truly stick with the program. And how often do our customers do that? Mm-hmm. Not many.
How often do we do that?
I don't even do it.
That's it. And that's why I'm all about, me, goals and grace, right? That's my big thing. But like, I do think there's a time and a season where if you have fitness goals, you just have to get after it and you have to do it. And it's a good example for your challengers, and it's good to see what you're capable of.
It's good for your business.
It's good for your business. I mean, I have not posted this consistently about my fitness journey ever, actually. Every day I do takeaways. And I just think I have a lot of interest, whether they do the Ultimate Reset or not, I don't know. So yeah, it's just been really good. So even if it's just the 21-day fix, but saying I'm going all in this time, no cheats, I really think the results could be just as great. So that's kind of how I'm going to phrase Matt's transformation and whatever. But
yeah, I went to Super Saturday, and I was amazed. We had an insanity instructor there, and she did 15 minutes of insanity and 15 minutes of PiYo. And I'm in shape, but like I work out for 30 minutes a day at home, right? We all know, like we work out for 30 minutes a day at home. I use like 8 and 10 pound weights. I haven't even gotten up to like my heavier weights yet. And I like held my own better than a lot of the coaches in there. And again, we all have our own journeys, but I was thinking, a lot of times we wonder like, why aren't we getting customers? And we talk about being a product of the product, and like Darius, I think that means we need to go all in sometimes. Like we need to complete full programs. We're health and fitness coaches. You don't have to be like super fit. And I don't think I'm super fit, but like I could do 15 minutes of like an insanity workout. I don't know that I can make an hour, but I could do 15 minutes. And I was like, a lot of these coaches, I think we wonder what's wrong with our business, but if you can't complete a program, like you're not a product of the product, go all in, complete a program. We hear it all the time, but to actually do it, I think is something different. And you're going to have the results to share too, which is going to change your business. So that was just a little it was a little shocking to me to see all the people who just literally couldn't work out.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like it was like one or two people. I mean, I get we're all in different places, and I'm not like, I was not trying to judge other people, but it was just very surprising to me because,
Yeah.
yeah, it was just surprising.
No,
So.
it's true. Yeah. So again, it's just good once in a while. It doesn't have to be all the time. You know, after this, I'm eating cheeseburgers for a while. I'm not doing a nutrition plan for a while. I'm over it.
Yeah.
But again, I do think, it's just important to, or it's like, you know, I think if I do the 21 day fix again, I will eventually, whatever, but just like be honest, like, okay, I'm gonna do the 20 fix, but I'm having this one cheat meal.
Yeah.
Like just, again, saying there's a plan. When there's no plan, then people don't know what you're doing. They don't know how you got the results. You don't know why something isn't working. So just have a plan.
Exactly. All right, guys.
Right.
Thank you for tuning in.
Great call.
Yeah. And we will see you guys in 2 weeks.
Yes, 2 weeks.
Yes, not next week. But post about Punta Cana. Grow your
Have
business.
fun on your trip. Have a good time.
We'll miss all of you. And if you're in the Diamond Bet and haven't paid, PayPal me, dara.laporta@gmail.com. I recognize a lot of people that I think have paid already. So great job. But if you haven't, pay me. You know, not pay me. Put your skin in the game. All right. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.